Hello my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is, keeping in mind that these are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links necessary to do so in the description box below, where you can email me for a personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. And you can also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do really hope to see you there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll into it and see what is today's daily dice. So Source, what is today's daily dice? What messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like them to know, Source? What is today's daily dice? What messages do you have for my fellow humans? Whoa. Okay, so we've got 5th house, Virgo energy, and Neptune. It feels like a dream come true. That's the first thing I heard here. A dream come true. I'm going to get my block set up. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. There's been a lot of patience that's been involved in this situation. A lot of just kind of like waiting. But also while sticking to the plan, right? Sticking with what you had in place for it. But I do feel like there's been some ups and downs with this situation. You know, 5th house is the house of dating. And it's interesting the 5th house has come out already a couple of times this week in regards to the daily dice. But it does talk about children, your creativity, romance, dating, your spirit, your joy, sometimes a drama, self-expression, gambling. But I do feel like there's been a situation here where it's like been waiting and waiting and waiting for things to come to fruition. Waiting and waiting for things to happen. That could be in regards to love. That could be in regards to, you know, finances. It could be in regards to just life, even your health with Virgo energy coming in here. And it could be really just anything, but showing here that you've been super detail oriented. Sometimes there's been obsessive energy coming here. This is what's making me feel like this could be love. But if it's not love for you, there's something in your life that you've been super, super obsessed about. Like super like, you could be like, well, I'm just really passionate about it, but it's kind of borderline obsession. Like there's like, okay, like, it's cool. If you, I've been there both with people and with my passions, like even with tarot. Like I have a weird obsession with oracle cards. I'm just going to be honest about it. Why? I couldn't tell you. It's just something that I have, and I notice it, I recognize it. I also try not to feed it all the time because I will go crazy. Right? And so it's just kind of like one of those things, like when you recognize it, you're able to heal from it. And the only reason that I'm saying that is because, yes, you have obsession with Virgo, but also we have Neptune, and Neptune is a house or the planet of addictions, right? And that can also be an obsession. An addiction is an obsession, right? And we've seen that. But there is something here where you're trying to be more curious about it. You're trying to be more open about it. You're trying to be conscious about where you're going with it here, right? We're going to get some more as we go on. I'm not 100% sure what this is in regards to right now because it feels like it's kind of both. It feels like for some of you, it's a passion that you have, and for others of you, it's a person that you're interested in. But there's definitely listening to your intuition here. Your dreams is something that's been playing a part here. But it does feel like confusion is a thing that's coming through for me right now. It even feels like maybe you're confused, not about the situation, but confused as what to do here. And I feel like the only thing that's been bringing you solace in this situation is just by literally putting one foot in front of the other. Like, this is all I can do because everything else just kind of leaves me, you know, high and dry, feeling like I don't know where to go. Let's see if we can get some clarity on this. Give us a little bit more clarity about this, Source. Let's get some oracles for this. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. You're never alone. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, it really is about love. Like just feeling so lonely. Like you're in this place of solitude, right? And Virgo does point at solitude. It's also connecting with the hermit energy, right? Tend to the small things with mouse spirit underneath here. You're never alone in tending to the small things. Yeah, there's something here that you're like healing from that was slightly obsessive. And remember, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Like that's, to be human means to experience everything that is human. The good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, right? And so through that, it's like if you've had situations where you were slightly obsessive over, does look like, look, you're healing from a connection. Okay, thank you, Source. You're making this very clear now. Thank you. You're healing from a connection. This actually does feel like an extension on the last daily dice that I did in regards to love. This is exactly what it feels like, because the situation was a sticky situation. That was what we were healing from, right? That's what the reading was talking about. Here you have, you're healing from a family. This could be a family member that's not very healthy for you. This could be a past relationship that is indicative of your ancestral wounds. Whatever it is here, it's like that's what you're healing. You're healing something here, but it's caused a lot of confusion in your life is what it feels like. It feels like nothing has really come out of your life in a good way. Like you've had to go forward 3 steps to walk back 6 steps. And that's what's been so frustrating here. And that's what I feel like causes a ton of this confusion, is because it's like, why am I constantly in this back and forth here? Because you're learning patience. You're learning that through this experience and this struggle and this hardship. And, you know, Saturn talks about sacrifice. When you sacrifice the need to be the way that you once were, you're learning such valuable lessons. And Saturn is a planet of tough love, right? Like Saturn is not fun when it shows up. And that's definitely what it feels like here. Excuse me. Oy. Feels like this has not been fun for you at all. Feels very, like I keep coming back to that, like this confusion back to what you love. Yeah, refiguring out who you are is so important here. Reevaluating your desires. So what once felt like it resonated with you, you're recognizing or realizing or seeing for sure that it's no longer resonating with you. You're like, oh no, that's not something that's actually in my path or that's going to be conducive to my journey moving forward. So maybe I should let that go. But I also feel like there's some sorrow that's coming with that. Yeah. So we are talking about some sort of person. This could have been a past relationship or someone that you wanted a relationship with. We have act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. And what do we have underneath that here? Yeah, look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. Like, and it's interesting because in numerology we have 37, which is 10, and then number 11. So you're making progress here. Even though it's been a rough situation, I feel like this has been really deeply unsatisfying for you in some way, shape, or form. Because it's like, so the example that they're giving me is like, and again, if it's not a relationship, then they're referring to someone that you're releasing. Let's get the situation a little bit clearer here. Look, we have struggle on the bottom. We had that with Saturn as well. You feel like you aren't being supported. If it's not a team effort, it's best to stand alone. So the example that they're giving me here is that, like, okay, so say you're interested in someone. Okay, and this could be a job, this could be anything, so take it as it resonates. I'm just going to give you the example they're giving me here. You're interested in someone, and that someone shows an interest in you, but then all of a sudden they, like, basically block you, or they stop communicating, or they ghost you, and then all of a sudden it's like, now every time you mention something in regards to love, like this person comes back and they're like, oh, but I'm already with another person. Whether they're saying that directly or indirectly to you, it almost feels like a stab in the back. And you're over here like, what the heck? Like, I thought we had a connection like that. Like, I thought we were, you know, like really, really, really supposed to be soulmates or whatever it is. And, you know, like if it's a job, it's the same thing. It's almost like there's like this indirect and direct trying to hurt you. And it's teaching you to come back to this place of learning, who am I? And who am I without the situation? And who am I with this situation? Or who am I with this person or without this person? And who do I like better? Who do I like better? Love is all around with 41. Yeah, 5. 5 is a number that's been coming up. We have 5 and 3 here, and that's 8. We're talking about karmic situations. So you're learning how to find love through yourself. Yeah, look, you got all the family lineage cards here, you know, with Orca and songlines and polar bear with ancestors here. We're talking about healing family curses. Talking about this card talks about it's your time to live. This is your time to be free, right? I feel like these all want to be out. I'm going to put the connections card out too, because I feel like that's just very clear as to what's going on here. We're very clearly talking about a connection. And so it's like, here's your chance to let go of something where maybe your whole family couldn't let go of it, right? And they all got into situations that weren't in their highest interest, you know, and so they lived out these family curses time and time again. Like you have house 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Mercury energy also going with Virgo. This is the house that rules Gemini. So you have this energy of being clear and concise about what it is that you desire moving forward, back to what you love. This is the main energy here that Source keeps bringing through here with this reading. This is about having an opportunity to connect with your inner child, to have fun again, to be the spirit of your life, to be the joy in your life. It comes through you. So let's look at the shadow side coming through here. There was 2. We have grieving. It makes so much sense that this came out. It didn't work out the way you imagined. Feel the loss so you can rebuild your dreams. This is the energy that I've been talking about this whole time. Like, you figured it was going to go one way and that it didn't. And now it's almost like they're taking indirect and direct stabs at you to try and make you feel bad about it. And now it's like you don't have any space to grieve. And so there's like this idea of what do I do? Like, do I need to stab them back? Do I need to hurt them back? Or what do I do? And Source is really just saying it's just time for you to grieve. Like, it's a loss. It's sad. It's sad because you're the best thing that came into their lives, and they could have been the best thing in your lives, but they chose something else because they thought something else was better, and now they don't have access to you like that, and they're not ever going to have access to you like that again. The same thing with the job situation or whatever it is. You know, it's just there's something here that's literally being shown. Their true colors are being shown to you. Then we have long road. You have a long way to go before you find what you want, but the journey helps you grow. These are very, very, very beautiful to come out together. I know it seems so tough. Like, I don't want to grieve over something. Like, I don't want to be in that energy. But at the same time, it's like Source is saying, like, look, you're going to get what you want. But first things first, okay? Like, you got to grieve. You got to let this go. You got to feel the heartbreak from the situation. Like, look at how she has her hands crossed over her heart here. You're hurting. You're hurting, and with reason. I mean, there's, you know, like, this is all valid. This is all valid pain to be put through a situation like this. And it's just a struggle, and there's a ton of confusion here, and the confusion comes from not understanding, like, why do they have to come back at me like this when I didn't do anything to them like that? And it's like, you have to find the strength to say it doesn't matter. And look at the water coming off of the orcas here. It looks like tears. I feel like you find it difficult to cry at times, or like when you do cry, you may stifle it. You may be like, no, I shouldn't cry. Like, especially over this, they don't get it. They're not worth my tears, or whatever it is. It's like, remember that tears are cleansing, and it's not that you're giving this person your tears. You're giving your heart a chance to let itself feel what it's feeling. And that's fair. And you deserve that. Okay? I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I really am. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little spider emoji down below and say, release all that's not mine. And let Source know that you're ready to let this go and to travel the road that's rightfully yours. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, though, and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.